everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for watching. Today I'm going to be talking about two interesting products from the brand L'Oreal. The L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Foundation and the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Perfecting Powder. Yes, without any further ado, let's get started. Before I start talking about the first product, now this small background to the foundation. It's not a new launch, it is a pretty old foundation in the L'Oreal family. Though this foundation have been my favorite foundation past 6 to 7 years, this is my fourth bottle. I recently repurchased it again and a lot of you came back and told me, why don't you review the foundation? So here I am with my quick review because I've never reviewed this foundation onto my channel, though this foundation has made it to my favorites, my yearly favorites, and yes, I have repurchased it like a lot of times. So here we are with the complete review. Now this foundation is going to cost you $1,099. You get 30 ml of product, and shades on Nykaa you get around 8 to 9 shades, or I think 10 shades. Myntra you get a little one shade extra or less. So all the websites have different shades available. Just check out all the websites and then buy a shade for yourself. The shade I am holding is 7D 7W Warm Undertone. Quickly talking about the packaging of this foundation, this is how the foundation would come. A very nice glass bottle packaging, and I really like the pump of this foundation. It does not get messy, does not get dirty. Now, a lot of details will be mentioned on the foundation bottle, shade, name, expiry, price, everything is mentioned on this transparent sticker on the foundation. So you will have all the data right here. Now, when you see the bottle up close, you will see a little glowed flecks going on into the bottle. That's because it is not just a matte foundation. It has a lot of illumination going on, and the foundation I'm wearing onto my skin today is this itself. Now let's talk about the key feature, why you should be basically trying out this foundation and why this is my favorite foundation. Now it is not a complete matte formula. It will show like a matte foundation, but you will see there is a nice glow happening, but it's not like shimmery or a chunky glow of foundation. It is a buildable foundation, so you can easily go for a normal no makeup look with this foundation. You can even go in with a full coverage foundation. So today I have gone for like a medium to a little full coverage, not a complete full coverage. Since I had to show the application, so I did go a little extra with the foundation today. It is a medium to full coverage foundation, so you can use this foundation for your reception, for your marriage, for that matter, as for any function you can wear this foundation blindly. The best thing about this foundation is that it does not appear as more of a cakey foundation onto the skin. So with this foundation you can multi-layer. So you can go for one layer, you can go with 2 layers, at max you can go up to 3 layers with this foundation, and you will still not feel that you're wearing a heavy foundation onto the skin. The consistency on this foundation is not super thick. Now this is something which I have seen a little change from the older foundation I've used in this category. So the consistency of the foundation has gone a little thin, which makes it more skin friendly, I would say, or people who do not like to wear foundation would love this foundation a little more. So I'm loving it now more. So I am been using this foundation lately a lot compared to any other foundation in my vanity, because it is easy to blend, it easy to work with. Because sometimes what happens when you put a thick foundation, it does not allow your blender, or for that matter your brush, to move the product quickly. It dries down, settles down in one place. But with this foundation you can take your own sweet time. Coming down to the application of this foundation, now you can use your blender, you can use your brush. Personally speaking, I like brush application a lot with any of my foundations lately, because I've realized that I'm using less product and brush is doing a better job than a blender. Now with this kind of consistency foundation, go ahead with a brush, because your blender tends to eat up a lot of product. So I like my brush application more than the blender application. So it's a personal choice how you prefer your foundation to stay onto your skin. So it's personal preference, so decide what you like. But for me, brush application was perfect. So with this side of the face, when I did my brush application, I corrected my other side with again one layer of brush foundation. Still, I don't feel that I have gone with the second layer of foundation on this side of the face. So it is super light and super comfortable. Oxidization, I have never seen this foundation oxidizing onto my skin. And the shade which I have bought for myself, it just matches me perfectly. You can see I have not put any foundation onto my neck area. I avoid putting foundation onto my neck. So it just matches me perfectly. It does not oxidizes to a lighter shade or a deeper shade. So it is like a perfect match and nothing bothers the foundation. And how long does it stay? So it totally depends what kind of a skin type you have. Now I'm a combination to oily skin as well as combination to dry skin in winters. This foundation stays in both the weathers up to 12 to 13 hours onto my skin type, which is basically all skin type, because I have used this foundation for 6 years. So every weather I've used it and it stayed easily up to 13 to 14 hours. I have wore this foundation for my brother's marriage as well, because I feel this is very much comparable or at par with my MAC foundation. So yes, this foundation stays the longest. All in all, this is a fully approved foundation. You must try, you must have, because I've always said ki if you don't want to buy any foundation, just buy this one, you are sorted. So now you have a foundation which is made for everyone, all skin type, and yes, for all age groups. So if you're someone young, if you have a mature skin, if you have an aging skin, you just go ahead and grab this foundation. I absolutely love it, and I know I am going to be loving this foundation in future as well. So yes, definitely full on, fully approved. Quickly talking about another little product by L'Oreal is the L'Oreal True Matte Super Blendable Perfecting Powder. Now this is how the product would come. Very interesting packaging, plastic body packaging here, and you get a sponge as well. And you open the product, this is how the product looks like. The shade I'm holding is Golden Sand G5W5. Now this product is going to cost you $8.99 and you get 9 grams of product. Again, here you get around 6 to 7 shades only. But frankly speaking, I do feel they could have added more shades here. Again, more mid-tone to deeper shades. Though I always happen to get my shade, जब भी ये खत्म हो जाता है, I'll just quickly buy it because this is one of my favorite powders again. Now this is again a super blendable powder. You can use it by itself on top of your primer. You can use it onto your foundation just the way I have used it today. You can set your face. Now you cannot use this powder as a complete foundation powder. It's a setting powder. It is matte, but it does not give you a very dry down texture onto the skin. It does not even enhance the texture onto your skin. But one thing which you have to keep in mind, when you overdo with the powder, you tend to feel a little dry onto the skin. You feel कि थोड़ा matte ज़्यादा लग रहे हो आप. There is no shine left into the skin. So this is something which I have felt with this powder only in winters, not in summers, because I'm an extreme oily skin. So in winters, my skin tends to get dry. Putting a powder like this, it looks more dry. But in no way it is going to enhance your dry patches or going to enhance the texture of your skin. All in all, it is a good setting powder for all skin type. Now the shade family, as I said, very limited shade family here, but the shade which I am using, it matches me perfectly, and it does not make me look white, or in later hours it does not get ashy during the day. I set my under eye with it and it does not allow my foundation to crease, because I don't wear concealers every second day. But if I happen to wear a concealer, again this powder does a good job and it sustains my concealer for at least 3 to 4 hours. I have to go again with the powder after 4 to 5 hours in summer weather, but in winters, once I'm set, I need not do any kind of touch-ups. So all in all, what do you expect from a powder? Basically, to set your face perfectly. I do not require a setting powder after using this powder. So my makeup, whatever you see now, is without a setting powder. This is only this powder which I have used after my foundation, and there you see my face. So this does not allow my face to look super dry, but I have a nice sheen of glow going on. So yes, it is a beautiful powder which I again highly recommend to all skin type, and it is not affordable, I would say. It is for $8.99, but I have also picked it up in a good discount. So look out for a good discount and definitely grab this little product. So there you discovered two little interesting products by L'Oreal. I highly recommend you must try at least one of them. If you really have to pick something, pick the foundation first. You can buy this later, but this is something you must try. I will be leaving everything in my description if you are interested in any of these products. If you really loved watching today's video, consider giving a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel and follow me on my Instagram. I will see you in my next one. Till then, you take care and ta-da!